The internet just witnessed a meltdown so wild, even Zeus Network's cameras couldn't have scripted it better. Blueface's mom, Karlissa, has officially lost her mind on Liv. And when I tell you she went off on Chrisean Rock, I mean she detonated like a Twitter thread with no chill. Forget the Kardashians, this makes their family dinners look like therapy sessions. This is the kind of chaos that makes you question if Wi-Fi was a mistake. It started with one rant, then another, then a full-on digital explosion that had fans, haters, and random bystanders pulling up popcorn and screen recording like FBI agents. Karlissa wasn't just mad, she was preaching, dragging, exposing, and throwing verbal grenades in every direction. Within minutes, Blueface's family feud turned into a full-blown online war, complete with accusations, tears, and memes that could end careers. And the wildest part, nobody saw it coming, not even Chrisean, who fired back with her own signature brand of chaos. The internet's calling it the battle of the century. And trust me, it's messier than a Zeus reunion and louder than Blueface's last mixtape. Buckle up, because what just went down between Karlissa and Chrisean Rock? It's beyond viral. Welcome to Expose Express, where family drama meets fire emoji energy. It all started like every modern-day disaster with one Instagram Live. The screen flickered on, and there she was, Karlissa Saffold, Blueface's mother. Sitting in her living room like she was about to host Judgment Day, her face said bothered. Her tone said battle ready, and her words, straight napalm. Within 10 seconds, you knew this wasn't going to be a calm, concerned mom moment. This was about to be the internet's newest viral explosion, one fueled by rage, receipts, and regret. See, I've been quiet long enough, she began, her voice shaking with the kind of fury that only comes from raising a rapper who's allergic to peace. Everybody keeps saying, I'm the problem. No, I'm the parent. I don't care what none of y'all think. I'ma speak on it. And just like that, the digital earthquake began. Thousands of people jumped into the live faster than Blueface jumps into drama. The comment section flooded with fire emojis, popcorn gifs, and people typing, "Oh, she finna cook." At first, no one knew who she was talking about. Karlissa has a habit of beefing with the entire family tree. One day, it's Blueface. The next, it's her other son. Then the next, it's the whole internet. But tonight was different. The anger in her eyes was laser-focused. It didn't take long before she dropped the name that made the live explode. Chrisean Rock. The second she said it, the energy shifted. The internet collectively gasped like they were watching a horror movie jump scare. You could practically hear phones buzzing across the country. Karlissa said it with venom, slow, deliberate, like she'd been holding it in for months. That girl thinks she'll run my son, she snapped, but she don't even run her own mouth right. The live chat went wild. Comments flew in like confetti. Oh, she talking about Chrissy and Karlissa. Need a show FR, somebody go wake Blueface, his house on fire. She didn't stop there. Oh no, Karlissa came locked, loaded, and ready to trend. She accused Chrisean of playing victim online while destroying the family behind the scenes. She claimed Chrisean was using Blueface's last name for clout and that she'd brought more chaos than blessings. Every sentence sounded like a lyric from a diss. Track, poetic, petty, and perfectly timed. The internet ate it up like Thanksgiving dinner drama. Meanwhile, people were tagging Chrisean in the comments like summoning a storm. At Chrisean Rock, she talkin' 'bout you, they wrote. Others egged Karlissa on. Say names. Mama, don't hold back. The suspense was so thick, it could have been sliced with one of Blueface's old chains. And Karlissa, she wasn't holding anything back. You think you can walk up in my family, break my son down, and I'ma stay quiet? She shouted. You got another thing, human baby girl? I was built for this. It was raw, unfiltered, and fiery, the kind of live that instantly gets screen recorded, reposted, and remixed by every gossip blog within 10 minutes. By the time she took her first breath, #Karlissa was trending on Twitter. The clip had already been shared by the Shade Room, Hollywood Unlocked. and 3,000 fan pages with titles like Karlissa finally snaps on Chrisean Rock. Comment sections everywhere turned into digital boxing rings. Half the people were cheering her on like she was the last honest woman in Hollywood. The other half were begging her to log off before the police showed up. But Karlissa wasn't logging off. She was just getting started. "See, y'all think y'all know what's going on, but y'all only see the clips," she said, pointing at the camera like she was talking to the entire internet personally. "Y'all don't know the phone calls, the late nights, the tears. That girl broke my son's spirit, and y'all call it love?" It was emotional, it was messy, and it was exactly the kind of content the internet thrives on. Then she went nuclear. Karlissa dropped a series of claims that made fans' jaws hit the floor. She said Chrisean had threatened her, that she stole something from Blueface's house, and that the family had proof. Proof. That one word was enough to send social media into cardiac arrest. Proof of what? Commenters demanded. Drop the receipts. But Karlissa only smirked and said, "The truth always comes out, baby. Always." Meanwhile, Chrisean hadn't even responded yet. But that didn't matter. The internet had already built an entire war around the feud. Fan pages began choosing sides like it was a presidential election. Team Karlissa versus Team Chrisean became the hottest trend of the week. Memes were flying faster than the insults. One viral post said, "This ain't Blueface's house no more. It's a battlefield." Another read, "Somebody give Karlissa a mic. She doing Zeus numbers for free." And as expected, once the blogs picked it up, it was game over. Zeus fans, gossip channels, and even celebrities began weighing in. People compared it to Keeping Up with the Kardashians on steroids. If Kris Jenner had beefed with Kim in public while Northwest went live on TikTok, it still wouldn't touch the level of madness happening in Blueface's family. But here's the thing about Karlissa. She doesn't backtrack. She doubles down. As the view count climbed into the hundreds of thousands, she leaned closer to the camera and dropped her final bomb of the night. "If Chrisean want to play family, let her know I'm the original producer of this show and I'll write her off the script myself." The internet lost it. People were laughing, gasping, and arguing all at once. Screenshots of her quotes turned into memes within seconds. Even Blueface himself became a trending topic, not because he said anything, but because everyone wanted to know where he was. One tweet summed it up perfectly. "Somebody check on Blueface, his mama and baby mama fighting, like it's the Super Bowl halftime show." By the end of that night, Karlissa had done what no PR team could ever achieve. She hijacked the entire internet. Whether people loved her, hated her, or were just confused by her energy, everyone was talking. The live ended, but the war had just begun. Because the next day, Chrisean Rock woke up, saw the clips, and decided she wasn't letting Karlissa have the last word. And when Chrisean responds, chaos follows. By sunrise, the internet was already vibrating with tension. The screenshots, the clips, the memes, everything Karlissa said had been turned into a viral circus. You couldn't open TikTok without hearing her yelling, "I'm the producer of this show," on repeat over dramatic trap beats. But that morning, a new energy hit the web. Fans were waiting, refreshing Chrisean Rock's Instagram every 5 seconds like it was an NFL kickoff. Because if there's one thing everyone knows about Chrisean, she don't stay quiet and she didn't disappoint. At exactly 10:43 a.m., Chrisean dropped her response. No long caption, no warning, just a full-blown video that felt like a clapback mixtape. She sat in her car, messy bun, lashes on 10, and rage in her eyes. "So, Karlissa, want to play victim again?" she said, rolling her eyes so hard they could have caused an earthquake. "I've been minding my business, taking care of my baby, living my life, and she's still out here acting like TMZ hired her." Within minutes, the video hit 1 million views. The internet screamed like they just witnessed a heavyweight boxing intro. The tone. Pure Zeus Network energy. Chrisean didn't hold back a single syllable. "That lady need to focus on her own son before she'll talk about me," she snapped. "Every time I get my piece together, here she come, boom. Another lie, another lie." Girl, go knit or something? It was savage, sarcastic, and sprinkled with that unfiltered Chrisean chaos the internet loves to replay. Fans commented things like, Chrisean ate and left no scraps. And Karlissa, better log off before she becomes a meme again. But Chrisean wasn't done. She flipped her camera, showed her baby's crib, and said, "This is where my focus at. Not on no bitter mama drama. If you can't be a grandma in peace, don't be one at all." That line hit the internet like a bomb. Within seconds, Twitter was flooded with a quote in bold font. Overdramatic pictures of Karlissa and Chrisean staring each other down like it was civil war. Family edition, meanwhile, Blueface, the man in the middle of this digital demolition, decided to stay silent. A dangerous move. Because when Blueface doesn't talk, everyone else fills in the blanks. Rumors started flying. Blueface told Karlissa to back off. Chrisean banned her from the baby. Karlissa got receipts that'll end them both. Karlissa got receipts that'll end them both. Every blogger and gossip page started claiming exclusive inside info. And fans were eating it up like it was the last episode of a TLENOVELA by afternoon. It wasn't just a feud anymore. It was an all-out internet war. Karlissa fired. Back again on live because apparently she never runs out of Wi-Fi. This time she was calmer, but her words still nuclear. "That girl think being loud is being real," she said, shaking her head. "You can't buy class at the same store. You get lip gloss, baby. Ouch!" The shade was industrial strength. The comments exploded with gasps and laughing emojis. Karlissa's followers hyped her up like she was running for president. "Tell her, mama. You too real for them. She just jealous of you?" But just as her support grew, so did the backlash. A new wave of fans, mostly Team Chrisean, began dragging Karlissa with memes, dubbing her Mother Mayhem and the Wi-Fi Warrior. One viral tweet said, "Karlissa, fighting her son's baby mama harder than the IRS fights tax fraud." Another said she need her own Zeus show called The Real Moms of Chaos County. Even celebrities couldn't resist jumping in. Lil Boosie commented on a post, "Man, that family need a referee." Young Miami posted a popcorn emoji under a Hollywood Unlocked clip. And 50 Cent, a passa, he reposted a meme of Karlissa, yelling with the caption, "Even my baby mama never argued this hard." The internet was turning the feud into a digital carnival. And everyone was cashing in. But behind the jokes and gifs, the situation got darker. Karlissa started dropping what she called truth bombs. She hinted at hidden secrets about Chrisean and Blueface, saying, "If y'all really knew what's going on behind that camera, y'all would stop glorifying her." That one line set the blogs on fire. Suddenly, every gossip outlet was claiming to have the leaked texts, audio files, and DMS she was talking about. None of them could prove anything, but proof didn't matter. All that mattered was chaos. Meanwhile, Chrisean went live again because, of course she did. This time, she looked directly at the camera. No filters, no smiles. "That woman need help," she said bluntly. "Every time she mad, she'll start lying and crying. I'm tired of it. She wanna fight? Let's fight. But keep my name out your mouth and my baby out your prayers." The comment section lost its mind. People were begging Zeus to turn this into a pay-per-view event. "We need a ring and a referee ASAP," someone wrote. Another said, "At this point, it's Baddies Family Feud edition." As the two women went back and forth, the internet's obsession grew. TikTokers started making skits, impersonating Karlissa's dramatic monologues and Chrisean's fiery clapbacks. One creator even made a fake trailer titled The War of the Rocks, A Family Divided. It hit 3 million views in under a day. Every scroll was another remix, parody, or conspiracy theory. But here's where the story took a twist. Blueface finally spoke. Out of nowhere, he posted on X, formerly Twitter, "I ain't picking sides. They both crazy. Just trying to make music." That one post broke the timeline. Everyone went berserk. He called his own mama crazy. One person wrote, "Blueface trying to duck the smoke but got hit with both sides," said another. Even Chrisean reposted it with a laughing emoji, while Karlissa fired back instantly. That's what happens when your kids forget who raised M. Boom, internet explosion number 3. Now, it wasn't just Karlissa versus Chrisean. It was Karlissa versus Blueface, Blueface versus fans, and Chrisean versus Karlissa's patience. The whole family was imploding in real time, and the world couldn't look away. Reporters started digging up old interviews, resurfacing old arguments, piecing together the timeline of chaos. Meanwhile, the fans created entire Reddit threads titled "Understanding the Blueface Family Timeline," a tragic comedy. Everyone was an analyst now. But what made this feud even crazier was that both women started gaining followers. Karlissa's live views doubled. Chrisean's TikToks hit record numbers. The feud wasn't killing their relevance, it was fueling it. Every insult was another headline. Every subtweet was another viral clip. In a twisted way, both women were winning. By evening, the internet had turned their feud into a meme war. People were photoshopping Zeus Network logos over Karlissa's face with captions like "Executive Producer of Chaos." Others edited Chrisean's responses into fake movie posters titled "Rock Bottom, the Family Feud." It was hilarious, tragic, and addictive, a perfect storm of modern-day fame. And just when you thought it couldn't escalate any further, Karlissa posted one final message. "Next time she mentions my name, I'm releasing everything." The comments went ballistic. Everything? What? Receipts? Screenshots? The entire internet was holding its breath. Everyone knew Karlissa wasn't bluffing. When she says she's got something, it's usually explosive. That night, nobody slept. Because the only thing more dangerous than a feud is the threat of round 2. By the next morning, the internet was in full panic mode. Everyone was waiting for one thing: Karlissa's everything. The woman had promised to drop bombs, and if history has taught us anything, it's that when Blueface's mom says she's got receipts, she means screenshots, phone calls, and possibly a PowerPoint presentation with background music. Twitter was like a countdown clock. TikTok was flooded with Karlissa leak watch live streams. And every gossip blog had breaking graphics ready to post. But instead of proof, Karlissa gave the world something even wilder: a monologue. She went liveagain.com, this time sipping coffee like she hadn't threatened to ruin reputations 12 hours earlier. "I'm not gonna post no receipts," she said, smirking at the camera, "'cause I don't need to. The truth exposes itself." Translation: she was still holding cards, but she wanted everyone to beg for them. Fans were in shambles. The comments read like a soap opera chat room. "She bluffing, drop the files. We want the chaos." Then, out of nowhere, Chrisean Rock went live too. The timing was perfect. Like the universe wanted to see the internet crash. Chrisean was heated, pacing back and forth, baby on hip, nails flashing like warning lights. "I'm sick of this lady," she snapped. "She needs to stop saying my name before I really say what's on my mind." She didn't drop names after that, but she didn't have to. The tone said it all, and with that, the internet was officially divided. Team Karlissa said she was a truth-telling mother, just tired of being disrespected. Team Chrisean said she was a messy mama who couldn't stand not being in the spotlight. Everyone else just there for the free entertainment. One fan tweeted, "At this point, Karlissa versus Chrisean deserves a pay-per-view slot. Let Floyd Mayweather host it." Another said, "This family beef got more reruns than Love and Hip Hop." Meanwhile, Blueface, yes, the actual person at the center of all this madness, decided to go live from the studio. His energy, pure chaos avoidance. "Man, y'all trippin'," he said, laughing. "My mama emotional. My baby mama emotional. I'm just trying to make hits." The comments instantly flooded with, "Boy, you the problem, and you started this mess." Someone even commented, "You need to hire a therapist, not a DJ." The man couldn't escape it. Even his music clips got hijacked by people spamming Karlissa versus Chrisean in the chat. By noon, the feud had completely taken over the internet's attention span. Zeus Network fans were joking that Lemuel Plummer himself was somewhere writing up contracts. "If they turn this into a show called Moms in Mayhem, I'm subscribing today," one tweet said. It wasn't just a scandal anymore, it was pop culture gold. You had generations of fans watching teenagers for the drama, millennials for the nostalgia, and aunties for the moral lectures in the comments. But as the drama grew, so did the emotional fallout. Behind the jokes and memes, insiders said Karlissa and Blueface hadn't spoken since her first live. Tiny details started leaking. Missed calls, deleted posts, family group chats gone silent. "She doing this for attention," Blueface allegedly told someone close. "She ain't trying to fix nothing." That quote hit gossip blogs like a grenade. For Karlissa, that wasn't just shade, it was betrayal. And when you mix hurt with Wi-Fi, you get War 2.0. That evening, Karlissa went live again. Eyes red, but voice calm. The dangerous kind of calm. "Since everybody think I'm crazy, let me remind y'all who raised that boy," she said. "I'm not clout chasing, I'm truth chasing." Then she dropped a few subtle bombs. Stories about ungrateful kids, toxic women, and broken loyalty. She never mentioned names, but she didn't have to. The internet connected the dots faster than a Reddit thread. Within minutes, hashtags like #Karlissa speaks and #RockV's mom were trending again. And here's where it hit peak absurdity. Fans started editing clips of Karlissa and Chrisean into fake movie trailers with dramatic sound effects. One viral edit called Family Feud. The final season racked up 5 million views overnight. Even news outlets that normally ignored celebrity drama were covering it now. CNN didn't mention names, but one morning anchor said, "Social media erupted again overnight over a high-profile family feud involving a rapper, his mother, and his partner. CNN's talking about it, you know it's biblical." But while the memes raged on, some fans started feeling the weight of the chaos. "This is actually sad," one comment read. "It's like watching a family self-destruct for likes." Others agreed, saying Blueface's son might one day grow up and see all this online. That realization gave the whole thing a grim undertone. Even the loudest drama addicts started to admit it was getting out of hand. Still, neither woman backed down. Chrisean doubled down with cryptic tweets. "God don't bless no mess, but he still love me, and some moms need therapy, not followers." Karlissa clapped back the same way. "Some girls need prayer, not PR." It was the modern version of sword fighting, but with captions and emoji sadais. Then, in the ultimate plot twist, both women posted something on the same night within minutes of each other. Chrisean posted a picture of her baby with the caption, "My peace is finally louder than your noise." And Karlissa posted a selfie with the caption, "Silence speaks louder than lies." The internet collectively combusted. Fans wrote things like, "They beefing through captions now?" And "Who writing these? Drake?" As days passed, the feud cooled, not because they reconciled, but because the internet found a new scandal to obsess over. But the damage had already been done. Blueface's family name was trending for all the wrong reasons. Karlissa's following had doubled, but so had her list of enemies. Chrisean's stream spiked, but so did her stress. It was a public war with no real winners, just higher engagement. In the end, the entire saga proved one thing: family feuds have gone digital. And there's no off switch for internet drama. Once the live button gets pressed, the whole world becomes your audience, and once they've had their popcorn, they'll never let you live it down. Karlissa and Chrisean had turned their pain into public entertainment, their rage into revenue, their dysfunction into digital domination. And even though the storm seemed to fade, everyone knew it wasn't really over. Because in this family, peace isn't permanent. It's just the pause before the next explosion. Somewhere out there, Karlissa's probably charging her phone, and Chrisean's checking her notifications. Because the minute one of them hits go live, the internet's going to do what it does best: lose its mind all over again. And just like that, the Blueface family feud went from private drama to a full-blown Social media blockbuster. One mom, one baby mama. And an entire internet audience holding scorecards like it's the Real Housewives of Chaos. Karlissa didn't just go off. She took off, soaring straight into trending status with enough drama to fuel 10 Zeus Network seasons. And Chrisean, she didn't back down for a second. This wasn't just a fight, it was digital warfare. And everyone watching became an unpaid extra. Let's be real, this is bigger than family beef. This is what happens when clout, ego, and Wi-Fi collide. It's messy, it's loud, and it's absolutely addictive. 1 minute you're scrolling for peace, and the next thing you know, you're 3 lives deep, sipping soda like it's tea, watching Karlissa and Chrisean rewrite the rules of internet chaos. But now I want to hear from you. Who really won this online war? The mama with the mouth or the rock with the receipts? Was Karlissa right to defend her family? Or did she just hand Chrisean her next viral moment? Drop your wildest takes below, because you know the comments section on this one is about to look like a family reunion at World War III. And before you log off, hit that like button like Karlissa, hitting go live, subscribe like your Wi-Fi depends on it, and smash that bell harder than Chrisean smashes drama. Because here on Expose Express, the gossip never sleeps, the tea never cools, and the family feuds, they never end. Stay locked in, because if this was round 1, just imagine what happens when part 2 leaks.